Influencer marketing is a tactic that a lot of brands have started to use lately around working together with online or social media influencers to be able to promote their products and services. What's happened is with the rise of social media, we've seen independent people who've got all these publishing tools kind of rise to stardom. They've developed these communities and they've built up these audiences of their own accord, and it's a way for brands to be able to talk through these influencers to reach those audiences. I'm inclined to say that you can't actually buy influence, because in order for something to be influential, on the strictest definition, it means that my opinion has to be able to influence your behavior. I have to be able to convince you to change your mind or see the world differently or go and buy something, change this or whatever it is. But there's a requirement for you to believe me for influence to take place. And in order for you to believe me, I have to be authentic and I have to be credible. You actually have to believe what I'm saying, and you have to believe that I'm telling you for your good. The problem with brands working with influencers is a lot of the time the credibility and the authenticity isn't there. So if I question why you're selling me something, like why are you telling me to use this product, and if I know that you've been paid by a brand to say that, well, then you lose your authenticity and you lose your credibility. And I'm a lot less likely to be influenced by what you've had to say. So I default to the kind of the fundamental, no, you can't buy influence. Does that mean that influencer marketing doesn't work? No, I believe that influencer marketing does work. But there's a big but here, is brands have to spend a lot of time and effort finding online influencers whose values match those of the brand. In an ideal world, there'll be this highly influential person online who's got a massive audience and they actually want to promote your product or service because they believe in it already. And that's where we're going. So one of the nice things is that if you get that right, it'll be the most cost effective. I mean, people only charge you tons of money to say stuff that they don't really believe. If you want to pay me money to say something that I already believe, well, you know, we're both going to be in a good place. There are a number of local brands making good use of it. Again, there are a lot of brands making good use of influencers and influencer marketing. Whether it's actually resulting in influence is debatable. So if you don't get the authenticity and credibility right, what you're actually buying is reach. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because a lot of brands don't need influence to take place. I don't need you to change your mind. I just need you to know about something. When all I require is reach, then I can use influencers who have massive reach. I don't need the authenticity and credibility too much. We're just telling them a fact, and they can act in their own way from there. And there's a lot of brands doing that and getting that right. There are brands investing time and energy into working with online influencers whose values closely aligned to that of the brand. And when they get that right, they can, any money that they invest will achieve a much higher return, because not only are you getting the reach of those influencers, but you're actually standing a much better chance of affecting the behavior of the people that you're reaching.